Cyber Monday expected to rake in as much as $6.6 billion in sales. That would be a 16.5% increase over last year's record-setting numbers as well. Joining us right now to talk more about it is cybersecurity expert, senior fellow at the Center for Digital Government, Morgan Wright. Morgan, good to see you again. Thanks so much for joining us.
You bet. Good morning.
So as we're all talking about shopping and looking for
Yes.
these deals, we want to look about threats as well. The biggest threats that online shoppers face this year are what? How do we protect ourselves?
Look, I did some research a year and a half ago, and I was surprised by some of it. The number one thing people worry about shopping online is identity theft, above malware, having their credit card stolen. So rule number one, make sure you've got good identity theft protection in there. And there's some basic things. I know Dagan was just talking about the Eagles and football, but there are basics, blocking and tackling, just like football. Make sure you don't reuse the same passwords. Make sure you use a separate credit card for being on these sites. And whatever you do, for goodness sakes, watch what links you click. The amount of ransomware, you want to see a number that's grown. In 2015, it was 325 million was the global impact. 2017, the global impact of ransomware is expected to exceed $5 billion.
Morgan, also it's emails that you get, phishing
Yes.
emails.
Absolutely.
Those are because they will, again, they look an awful lot like emails from
thing.
retailers with links in them, and all it takes is for you to hand over one little sliver of information, and away they go with your money.
Yeah, well, say hello to my new little friend. It's called quad9.net, QUAD9.net. It comes from IBM, the Packet Clearinghouse, and the Global Cyber Alliance. What this does, I think this will revolutionize the way a lot of people stay safe online. If you go there, it's 4 easy steps, no software to install. What it simply does, to your point, is when you click on that link, which you shouldn't be, but if you do, it actually goes and checks a domain server, which translates the actual, Fox business into a number. It checks that, and if it's a phishing site, if it's a scam site, it's going to block it. So if you set your computers up, and if you're the industrious type, set up your home router to do that, you're going to prevent this, because they are right now blocking about, I think it's 180,000 sites, a week or month right now. And that will prevent, even if you accidentally click on those links, it's going to prevent you from going to those sites.
So it's funny you bring that up, because this is Mike Murphy. That just happened to me yesterday. I received an email from American Express, but after I clicked on it, I called American Express, and they said, no, we didn't email you. So it was some sort of phishing service that I had got. I just assumed that cyber theft was something that we were going to have to live with, that there was no way to stop it. But it sounds like IBM and other companies are working towards stopping that and kind of making it safer to be online.
Look, refuse to be a victim. And there's some basic things people can do. Look, again, don't reuse your passwords. Don't use the same password for Facebook as you do for your 401k or your banking account. Use a VPN, a virtual private network. One of the biggest things you can do to protect, especially your email accounts and other accounts, is use what's called two-factor or two-step authentication. Even if I gave you my username and password I actually have an account online. I've been testing it for 2 years. Nobody's broken in. I'll give you the username and password, but unless you have that second factor of authentication, you can't get into the account. That's one of the best ways you can protect yourself this Christmas season.
Wow. Your email that's phishing experiment, did it say AmericanExpress.com?
From American Express, it's very urgent. There's there's something on use in your card that doesn't look like your normal spending.
You can't escape this stuff.
And what I do is I check the email address, and it said member services encrypted message from American Express, so I clicked on it. But I shouldn't have.
And what they do to make that effective, they create a sense of urgency. Something bad is happening. But I'll tell you that the trick is they don't personalize it. It's like dear member, and it doesn't include like the last 4 or 5 digits, like with American Express should be the last 5 digits. So if you look at what banks really do, they actually personalize it, but they never say click here to change your email. They say go to your site, go to a trusted site, type in a domain that you know, and go do it that way. But that's one of the most effective ways to get your personally identifiable information this holiday season.
That and fake order confirmations are a big one.
Yes. Well, yeah, especially when you were just talking about Amazon and people doing that. A lot of people will be ordering from Amazon, Walmart. They're going to look at that and say, hey, it looks legit. Folks, stop, think, don't click that link. Do the quad9.net and make sure you just take a breath before you click that link. Nobody's going to die if you don't click that link in the next 10 seconds.
Wow. All right. Good advice. Thanks so much, Morgan.
You bet.
Good to see you, sir. Morgan Wright there.